Well, have you ever just started a project, thought you were doing the right thing, and then about midways through, you realize that you have made a big mistake, and you have a lot of regrets for even starting the project? Well, that was me. I spent the rest of February in the skid steer, and I now have a mountain of regret. Yeah, I got a little overzealous on a project, and I regret starting it. I was wanting to put a shed out here behind the barn, and I thought this would be a good location here on the edge of the field. And over here, there were some large mounds of dirt. So I figured I could go in and scrape them down, get it level, to have a nice place to put in a shed. Well, that is working. But now I have all of this dirt, and I need to do something with it. So I'm really not sure what I'm going to do at this point. The other thing is I bought a seeder. I called down to the dealership. They had an older John Deere seeder. So I went ahead and paid for it. They have it in the service department, going through it, getting it ready right now. So I called over to the feed store and went ahead and ordered some grass seed. I wanted to plant some grass in the field that's the furthest over that way. Then I got to talking to the feed store guy about the grass, and he said it's just not warm enough yet. I need to wait a little bit longer. So I'm stuck. Don't know what to do with the dirt. I can't plant my grass. So I was a little bit frustrated. So I went ahead and checked around for some work. I figured it'd be a good time to just take a break from this effort here and try and make a little bit of cash. So I found a farmer. Actually, it's the guys over at the Elk Mountain Ranch. They needed some help on one of their fields. So they have a tractor and a planter already ready to go. They just need me to pick up some seeds and then do the work for them. The funny thing is, though, they did mention that they would have the tractor parked outside the gate and for me to just park it back there when I'm done. It's almost like they were trying to keep me out of their ranch. I'm not sure about that. Then after that conversation, I got to thinking, why in the world would Cajun Larry pay me $3,000 to drive a truck down a mountain, pick up a loader, and drive it back? I mean, I was really happy to get that much cash, but I don't think that that was worth it. I wonder why he needed that loader so bad. A little bit strange. One thing I did think about doing is getting that dirt up to the wash plant there at the mine. I don't know if Larry would let me use the wash plant to maybe run it through and see if there is a hint of gold here on my property. I do know I can take it down and put it on the train to Cheyenne and sell it over there. I guess they're needing dirt over that way, but I don't think it brings too much. I don't know if it would be worth the effort of having to load it up and get it down there. So a little bit unsure of what I'm going to do here with the mountain of dirt. But for now, we're going to go ahead and work on getting this field done for the Elk Mountain Ranch. And then that should actually be a very nice payout. They're actually paying $14,000 or thereabouts for the work. Of course, minus the seed cost that I had to spend here. And I really don't know that this is going to be the right amount of seed. I did tell the feed store guy which field I was working, and he said 3 pallets should be enough. But if not, he'll run another pallet out to me. Oh, I need to throw some straps on those before we go. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to head on over to the field and see if we can find the tractor and get started planting some corn. Well, here we are getting close to the property here for Elk Mountain Ranch. And I do see some green and yellow up ahead. That looks like a tractor and a big John Deere planter parked outside the gate. And every time I have come by here, that gate has been locked. That is very strange. I do notice a lot of times I hear elk out this way as well. It is Elk Mountain, but it's weird that every time I drive past here, yeah, that's the sound every time I get near this ranch. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get this planter filled up here. At least they have new equipment. I do remember the guy at the John Deere dealerships mentioning that the Elk Mountain Ranch here goes through a lot of equipment. I don't see much activity out there. It's eerily quiet. I'm not sure what they're doing over there or where they're getting the money to constantly trade in equipment. Very strange. We get this planter close over here to the trailer. We get some seeds put in. And then you see the field across the way. There, it looks like somebody has already applied lime. So it should be ready to go. There's that elk sound again. Well, we used all 3 pallets here in the seeder, so hopefully this is enough seeds. If not, I'll give the seed store a call. And they'll run us out another pallet or 2. I think I could probably just cut across the grass here. Oh, don't tear up the new equipment. Well, that is not good there. Alright, so they're wanting to plant corn out here, so we're going to go ahead and get set up and get to it.
We got our windows down, driving down the 405, sing along to the radio. We're gonna make it someday, nothing's gonna get in our way. We will be the biggest band in town. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Saturday night. I'm gonna quit my job. Never wanna have no bars. I just wanna play my rock and roll like they do on the radio. Tommy's got brand new drums, and I still have my
Well, all right, we got that wrapped up there. That field is all planted with corn. And I'll tell you what, Cliff down there at the feed store was spot on with his estimation of seeds. Ended up with just over 300 liters left of seeds, so really good job. I didn't have to call him to get any more, so that worked out really well. I also realized that there's another road to get into that field, so instead of cutting across the grass field over there, decided to take a smoother route here and use the access road here for this field. So I'm going to take the tractor down. I'm going to park it back outside the gate as instructed, and go ahead and unload some of this seed. I saved the bags from the seed bags on the pallet, so we'll load the rest of these seeds back into the bags and throw it there on the trailer, and we're going to head on back down to the farm and see what else we can get into today. After I left the contract, I went ahead and drove on up to the mine. It's been a good little while talking to Larry and just worrying about this pile of dirt and the rest of the dirt to come after I get that area leveled out. He offered up the wash plant up there and said that I could bring the dirt up anytime I wanted to and see if we can sift through it for some gold. He mentioned that this area down here around the river used to be a fairly productive area. They used to pan the river, so there's gold there, or there may be gold there. But on my drive back, looking at my options, still don't have a whole lot of money. So I decided to just quit worrying about the pile of dirt, and I took the tractor down to the shop. It was a great little drive. I needed that to just clear my mind and just get out and drive the tractor. Got down to the shop and was going to pick up a bush hog to run through that field to cut down those cotton stalks, but when I told the guy at the shop what I was doing, he said, "I have the tool for you." And wouldn't you know, they had an Amatis stalk chopper. He said that, which it was very strange that they would have this piece of equipment up here. He said they had got it in error years ago. It's just been sitting around. They needed to get rid of it. Was actually about to send it back to the distributor, and I showed up. Also, while I was up there, I had them go ahead and add some more weight here to the front. They suggested I do that because this implement is just a little bit big for this tractor. I think it is rated at about 150 horsepower, and I only have 125. So what we're going to do now is go ahead and head out in this field, see if we can get some of these stalks mulched up. Like I said, this is a little bit much for this tractor, but I'm gonna give it a go anyway, and hopefully it works out okay. It does seem to be pulling it along pretty decent, so that is actually good news. I am eager to get going, get to doing some real farming. I was actually really disappointed that I was not able to plant. I bought that cedar and then found out I needed to wait to plant the grass, so that was a disappointment today, but everything has worked out. The contract went really well. Now that we have a couple of new pieces of equipment, we can hopefully continue on with some progress. Now I'm a little bit concerned. There is a hill over here. The field dips down and then rises up. I am a little concerned that it's going to make it up that. I guess we are about to find out. One thing I have noticed too, around this farm there's quite a bit of trees between these fields and the river down there, so there's some opportunity to possibly expand the fields a little bit. I'm not sure if that's something I'll look into, but it is a possibility. Yeah, this is actually working out really well. Quite pleased. Even with the underrated horsepower, it is not really having a whole lot of trouble. What this does is grabs the stalks normally after the cotton is picked, and it'll just pull them and chop them off. But since this cotton had sat over the winter and is no good anymore, I'm just going ahead and doing it even though it's green.
And John said this next song's gonna be real good, if you know what I mean. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. Oh, oh, oh. Round and round the world we'll go, putting on the greatest show. So make sure that you don't miss out, just be there. Oh, just be there. We're taking our shot, bring what you got. We're going all the way to the top. We will hear the sound of 1 million people screaming our names when we're backstage. We'll play loud, surfing the crowd. Everybody's jumping around. Yeah, that's the place where I wanna be. Going on stage, headline on a Saturday night. Oh, 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 Saturday night. Oh, oh, oh.
So now I need to find a spot to put this, and this is where this barn is not the best barn for farming. Cannot put things like this in the barn because they're too wide. I think what I'll do is I'll just park it over here on this back side of this old silo here. And this silo is going to have to go at some point when I get enough money to pay a contractor to come in and get that thing torn down. The old John Deere did good today. First real test of field work. It is dirty, but now we have that field ready to go. It may need to be cultivated, or depending on what seeder or planter I end up with, we'll be able to put some seed out and let it grow. There are also no rocks out here currently, which is good as well. Hope you enjoyed the episode. If you did, please be sure to give the video a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and if you know what I can do with this dirt pile, let me know in the comments below. Thank you all for watching. I hope you have a blessed day.